Hello learners, today we are going to discuss consumer protection and consumer rights. I am Sekina, M.Ed student from School of Pedagogical Science, Dharmashala, Kannur University campus. Learning outcomes. The need for consumer protection can be stated. Be able to describe the right of consumers in India. Responsibilities of consumers in relation to consumer protection can be listed. Complaints can be made under the Consumer Protection Act 1986 either by oneself or on behalf of others. Marketing starts from identification of requirements of consumers and ends with their satisfaction. Hence, consumer is said to be the king in a free market economy. Consumer protection means protecting the interest of consumers. Importance of consumer protection. Consumer protection not only includes educating consumers regarding their rights and duties, but also help them in getting their grievances redressed. It is beneficial to both consumers and the business. Importance of consumer protection from consumers' point of view. Consumer ignorance. Most of the consumers are not aware of their rights and reliefs available to them. Therefore, it becomes necessary to educate so as to achieve consumer awareness. Next, unorganized consumers. Consumers are really unorganized. They are to be organized in the form of consumer organizations which would take care of their interest. Next point, widespread exploitation of consumers. Consumers are exploited everywhere by exploitative and unfair trade practices like defective goods, adulteration, hoarding, black marketing, etc. Consumers need protection against such practices by the sellers. Importance of consumer protection from the point of view of business. Long-term interest of business. Business realize that is in their long-term interest to satisfy their customers. Satisfied customers not only provide repeat sale but also provide good feedback to prospective customers. Next, business uses society's resources. Resources which belong to the society are made use of business concern. So, they have responsibility to supply such products and render such services which are in public interest. Social responsibility. Business has social responsibilities towards different interest groups or stakeholders. Consumers are one of the prominent among the stakeholders, so their interest has to be well taken care of. Moral justification. A moral duty is imposed on any business to take care of consumers' interests and avoid all sorts of exploitation. So, business should not indulge in unscrupulous and unfair trade practices. The Consumer Protection Act 1986. The Act gives protection to consumers against defective goods, deficient services, unfair trade practices, and all other forms of exploitation. This Act provides for the setting up of three-tier machinery: District Forum, State Commissions, and the National Commission. And the Act also provides for the formation of Consumer Protections Council in every district, state, and one at the apex level. The Act provides certain rights to consumers to empower them and protect their interest. There are 6 rights provided to consumers under the Act. These rights are: first one, right to safety. Consumers has right to be protected against goods and services which are hazardous to life and health. Second one, right to be informed. The consumer has the right to have information about the product he wants to buy, including its ingredients, manufacturing date, price, quantity, instruction for users, etc. Third one, right to choose. As per this provision, consumer has the freedom to choose from a variety of products at competitive prices. The implication is that marketers should offer wide variety of products in terms of quality, brand, prices, size, etc. Fourth right to be heard. Consumer has right to file a complaint and to be heard in case of dissatisfaction with a product or service. That is why business firms have set up their own consumer service and grievances cell. Fifth point, right to seek redressal. Consumer has a right to get relief in case the product or service falls short of their expectations. Relief to consumers include replacement of the product, removal of defect, compensation for loss or injury suffered. Then last point, right to consumer education. The consumer has a right to acquire knowledge and to be a well-informed consumer throughout life. To fulfill this right, many consumer organizations and some business houses are taking special interest in educating consumers. The Consumer Protection Act has set up a three-tier machinery at the district, state and national level known as the District Consumer Dispute Redressal Forum, State Consumer Dispute Redressal Commission and National Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission. They are popularly known as District Forum, State Commission and National Commission. Before explaining the three agencies, we must understand the definition of consumer as given in the Consumer Protection Act. What is complaint? Who can be filed complaint? And it is procedure under the Act. Who can file a complaint? A complaint can be filed by any consumer or any registered consumers association, the central government, state government, one or more consumers on behalf of numerous consumers having the same interest. A legal heir or representative of a deceased consumers. A consumer is defined as any person who buys any goods for a consideration which has been paid or promised or partly paid and partly promised or under any scheme of deferred payment. It includes any user of such goods when such use is made with the approval of the buyer, but does not include a person who obtains goods for resale or any commercial purpose. I concluded that this chapter, the Consumer Protection Act is an important landmark in the history of consumer protection legislation in India. It is a comprehensive act which provides for the protection of consumer rights and redressal of consumer disputes. It is applicable to all types of enterprises, big or small, whether in the private or public sector or in the cooperative sector, whether a manufacturer or a trader, and whether it is relating to goods or services. Thank you.